Blog Talk Radio.
Souls, and welcome to Spiritual Guidance Radio. I'm your host, Catharine Han, and I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday and Happy New Year to everyone. So before we get started with the topic today, we're going to go ahead and do our meditation. Just feel rejuvenated after and recharged after the holidays, and let's just get this week rolling. So if you are able to, I want to invite you to sit comfortably and to close your eyes. We're going to take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as we do this, let's put our hands on our hearts so that we can be in our heart space. And as we keep breathing and as we focus, we're going to create that atmosphere that is calming for you, that helps you to feel at peace. So those elements in nature, whether it be a body of water, whether it be any animals or trees, any of those elements in nature that help you to feel at peace, that help you to feel still, and then help you to focus. And as we create this atmosphere, we're going to place an open door into our heart space so that we can invite our angels and guides, as well as our archangels in. And as our angels and guides enter into our heart space, they are going to then send you their energy of love and light to help support your energy during this time. And to help you to raise your vibrations. And then today we have Archangels Raziel and Archangel Michael stepping in to support us with their energy. Archangel Raziel is going to step forward and send us this violet, purple, and blue energy that he brings, and it's going to swirl all around us. And as it does, it's going to expand each and every one of our chakras. And as our chakras expand outside of our body and into the space that we're in, it's going to help draw out all of the old energy that's within us. And he's going to then help to transform that old energy into new energy that is going to then fill our bodies so that we can be prepared for the messages, so that we can be prepared to hear what it is that we're meant to hear today and throughout this week. As we go about this week, as we learn more about who it is that we are and what it is that we're meant to do, and as this energy keeps swirling around, Archangel Michael is then going to be right outside of that energy to send us his energy of love and light as well. And this energy that he brings, this blue, this light blue and white energy that he brings, is there to help protect us, protect our energy, and to help us to understand who it is that we are, how amazing we are, and how loved that we are. So that this energy, as it spins around us, is going to help protect our energy, protect those messages that come in for us, that are meant for us. We're going to keep breathing in through our nose, in out through our mouth. And feeling into their energy of love and light. And for some of us, we may be able to hear those messages that they bring to us. And then we're going to have source energy come through our crown chakra, this rainbow energy that comes through and comes down through each and every one of our chakras, right in the center, to help cleanse, to help us to be renewed. And as it flows down through each and every one of our chakras, it's going to then go out down to our feet and come out to spread through onto the ground, as well as to go and to help ground us. This energy of love and light goes all the way down to the center of the earth. And then from the center of the earth, there's going to be this bright white light, this bright white as well as golden energy that comes up and goes through our feet, filling each and every one of our cells and parts of our body as it goes up and fills us up. And it's going to then reach our crown chakra, and then it's going to flow out like a fountain of water, as well as to connect with going up to the heavens. And then the archangels are going to then step back And this energy of our chakras are going to then be realigned into our bodies. And then Archangel Michael wraps us with his energy to protect us, and when we're ready, to bring back awareness into your bodies, and then you can open up your eyes. And welcome back. So I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. Now that we're in 2022, it's going to start off with this energy of peace. It's going to be this energy of renewal and to go within and to really be able to feel into that strength that we have and that power that we have within. And so this week's energy is going to be, not only about finding that peace amongst the chaos that may be happening around you, all those things that are going on in this world, we are being asked that even through all of that we go within and to really find that peace within this week. So there's going to be a lot of transformational energy that is coming in through this energy this week. And through going within and learning more about what it is that we can do by the reflections that we did of last year, and seeing that we can do so much and we're able to do and get through so much, and that through what it is that we see within as we go within, as we look into what it is that we're meant to do, as we are asked to just look within ourselves to see that we are meant to do so much more, that we are just able to do so much. Last year was about the reinventing ourselves, rebuilding, and all of those things that came in when it comes to who it is that you are, and going back to who it is that you are, even after everything that's happened in this world in the last couple of years. We reflected and we were able to see that we can do so much. And so for some of us, we reinvented ourselves by finding new jobs or finding different ways to really do the work that we're meant to do and that we know that we are meant to do. And so this year, as we start this year off, we are being asked to really trust in what it is that we saw last year, what it is that we went into last year when it came to reinventing and rebuilding ourselves in our lives, and trusting in that what came in last year, and to bring that into this year and really trust in our gifts, trust in that intuition that comes in for us, trusting in who it is that we are and what it is that we are meant to do, trusting in those messages that you received last year, and to be able to implement that and see within yourselves that you can do those things, even though things may seem a little bit chaotic still around us. This morning I, woke up and, I was kind of drawn to look at what it is that's going on in this world through the news. And there's so many things that are happening right now that seem that make it seem very chaotic and make it seem as if there's so many bad things that may be happening. But within those things that are happening, when it comes to us, we're being asked to see that there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we're meant to see. And remember, it all starts with us. It all starts with going within and seeing that we have the ability to change the energy around us when it comes to who it is that we are, what it is that we're meant to do. And so if you're seeing all those things that are happening around you, what is it that you can do in order to be able to change that energy, in order to be able to help those around us? And what is it that we're meant to see within all those things that are happening in our society today? How is it that we can see it in a new way, in a new perspective? And so this week, it's important for us to go within, find that peace within us through everything that's happening, and to be able to understand that we can shift that energy, that we can shift our perspectives, and by doing that, we can help others to be able to see that as well, that new perspective, how it is that we're meant to see what is happening within our society and help others to see it in a new way. So how is it that you are being asked to see that within yourselves and to be able to shift that energy so that you can continue to do the work that you're meant to do, continue to be able to do those things that you're meant to do in your life through the work that you do, through the different people that you meet? How is it that you're meant to shift that energy? And so this week, it's going to be important for us to go within, find that peace that amongst the chaos, so that we can be prepared for the weeks to come, the months to come, where we're going to be asked to really step out of our comfort zones and to be able to shine that light that we have in each and every one of us. So we have Archangel Raziel stepping in for us. Archangel Michael is there for us, as always. We have Archangel Jophiel stepping forward to help us with that peace. And Archangel Sandalphon and Archangel Uriel stepping forward for us to help us define and see that power that we have within us. And then we have Archangel Samuel stepping in to help us to truly love ourselves for who it is that we are. We are love and light beings. We are meant to truly love and to be that light by doing those things that we are meant to do. And we, each and every one of us this year, are going to be called to do those things that we are drawn to, that we truly desire and we are passionate about. And so it's important for us to start this year, with this week, to really go within and see what it is that we are meant to see. So whenever we go within and do some meditating, as we do some journaling, we may be taken on two different journeys from the archangels, and to see where it is that we are being led to, and what it is that we are meant to do, and who it is that we are meant to reach out to. And so I encourage all of us to really look within and see that what is it that we are truly wanting to do. We talk about New Year's resolutions all the time, especially, when it comes to January and the new year comes about. And we have to remember that resolutions are the same thing as setting intentions. So what is it that you truly want to get out of this year personally? And when we do that, that is also what it is that we're meant to do, those passions and desires. Our goals are the same as the goals from, what it is that God or the divine wants us to do and what it is that we're meant to do. So if we desire to reach a certain goal, to know that that is meant for us. So what are those goals that you're setting? What are those intentions that you are setting for yourself for this year, all of this year? And then to look at that. And, we are every month, we talk about the new moon, which we just had yesterday, as well as every month setting those intentions. And so we have to remember those are all chances to go back to what it is that we truly want to achieve this year, to how it is that we want to step into our purpose and who it is that we are. So that is the energy that's coming in this week. And so I encourage all of us to really go within. Also, if you're not quite sure of what it is that you need to do in order to set those intentions, or if you're just needing a little bit of guidance on what it is that you are meant to do and what it is that you should be doing, I encourage all of you to give me a call at 714-816-4628. And don't forget to press 1 on that keypad to be live on air with me. And so I'd love to help you to see what it is that the archangels want you to see, what it is that the divine wants you to see on what's coming in for you for this year. So that is the energy of this week as we really get into 2022. I had also talked about the theme of this year on trust last week. So if you like to listen to that replay, you can go ahead and do that through Psychic Talk. And also going to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Spiritual Guidance Radio. I do have that replay on there as well. And so today's topic has to do this week's energy. And, that energy of finding that peace within amongst the chaos. And so, many times I've, said that it's important for us to be gentle with ourselves. And so I've been asked that question, what does that mean? What does it mean to be gentle with yourself? Well, so many times in this world, so many times, as we go about our days, as we go about our weeks and months, we do a lot of judging of ourselves. We tend to be hard on ourselves. We tend to be, if we make a mistake, if we don't do something that society expects us to do or what other people expect us to do, we are hard on ourselves. We judge ourselves for not doing it right. We judge ourselves for not being able to, get it the first time, what get that means for you. And so that's why we say that it's important for us to be gentle with ourselves, because we have to remember who it is that we are divine love and light beings. And so we have that love within ourselves. And part of trusting ourselves and part of doing what it is that we're meant to do is that we have to really be gentle with ourselves and remember that we are those beings, that we're doing those things that we're meant to do. There's always a reason why you do what it is that you do. And there's always lessons that we learn from them. But it's important for us to see that. It's important for us to see that everything that we encounter, all those experiences that we go through, they're all lessons for us. But also that we are always doing those things that we are meant to do. So those things that we consider mistakes, that is society's norm. When we think that we made a mistake. So what is it that's really correct? Are we really, going with that is correct? What society is telling us is correct, or is it what it is that and who it is that we are when it comes to that correctness? So be gentle with ourselves. That means that we have to let go of that idea that we are making mistakes, that we need to follow what it is that society is, telling us to do, or how society is supposed to be. But to understand that we are doing those things that we are meant to do, and we are doing those things that draw us and what we're being called to do. And so it's so important for us to see that in that way, that we're not making mistakes, but that we're doing those things that we are being drawn to do and that we're being called to do. And that through that, we learn different lessons, different perspectives on what it is that is being shown through that, and how it is that other people are meant to see what it is that you have been doing. And so that's why it's really important for us to really understand that we're doing those things that we are meant to do. And so being gentle with ourselves is so crucial for us, because we are all those divine beings, and we're all being called to do different things. We're listening to our intuitions that are going to be different from other people. And so when we see it that way, when we are able to see that we learn lessons, other people learn lessons through what it is that we do, how it is that we say things, and how it is that we interact with other people, that they're all lessons for us. They're all meant for us to do. And so it's important for us to be gentle with ourselves. It's important for us to be able to say that, it's not a mistake that we made. It's not an error that we made, but that it is meant for us. It was meant for us to do it in that way so that other people can see and learn as we see and learn different things. And so, I encourage all of us to go within this week and really see that. Let go of that judgment on yourself. And then also, on top of that, it's important for us to be gentle with other people as well, that they're there to learn different lessons, and they're there to figure out who it is that they truly are. I mean, our life, this journey we call life, is all about lessons and understanding and learning who it is that we truly are. And so I encourage all of us this week as you go about your day, whether it's through working or just, taking some time for yourself, going out there, running errands and, or just enjoying nature this week, to be able to see that we, each and every one of us, are meant to do those things that we are called to do, that's within us, that other people won't understand until you really share that with them. And to understand that other people are going through the same things as well, where they're doing what it is that they're being called to do. They're doing those things and saying those things that are within them, that they're being, drawn to do, and that they're all lessons for us as well as lessons for them. And so to let go of that judgment, let go of that judgment of yourself as well as of others, and to really see that perspective of understanding that all divine love and light beings, every one of us, and so when we're able to see that within ourselves as well as other people, we're able to then be able to let go of, the hatred that comes in, the jealousy, all of those emotions, because we understand that they are doing what it is that they're meant to do. And so if we shift that perspective, that energy, we're able to then let go of that judgment and let go of, those feelings that are not who it is that we are, and then be able to see it in the light of the divine. And then we're able to be gentle with ourselves, and we're able to be gentle with others in that way. All right, so that is the lesson for today. And, if you are being called to really share what it is that you've been going through, I encourage you to, call in. And my number here is 714-816-4628. Don't forget to press 1 on that keypad. And so I'm going to go ahead and take a few calls. So we have caller, area code 256. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
I am Kimberly from Georgia. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How are you, Kimberly?
I'm well. What about you?
I'm great, thank you. So how was your holiday?
I will tell you my holiday was different because I had to stay at home in quarantine, so I couldn't go out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are you feeling better?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And was it you that had mentioned to me about your loved ones passing, and so holidays were pretty tough?
Yeah, especially my aunt. My aunt she's the one that passed away in 2019. And she was the glue that held the family together. We would always gather at her house for holidays. So it's different, but I mean, it's not as hard now.
Yeah. Mhm. So during the holidays in quarantine, what were you able to do?
Well, reflection, and journaling.
What was the last one?
I said reflection and journaling, writing.
Oh, yeah, awesome. So what is it that you saw on just reflecting into that, last year?
Well, the biggest takeaway is I really understood the law of attraction. my mom always said, my mom's on the other side. My mom said that sometimes some things some things are taught and some things are caught. And I thought I really had a grasp on the law of attraction, but I really didn't get it until the end of the year when I understood if I keep thinking about if I'm frustrated, if I'm disappointed, and if I focus on where I am and why I don't want to be at a certain place, I'm still going to get that because that's my focus. And so I really changed my thinking. So if I'm not feeling good or if I'm upset, I go into a space where I'm changing the way I feel and changing the way I'm thinking and changing my perspective quickly because I know I know my thoughts have power. But I didn't get it until the end of the year.
Awesome. So what is it that you are looking to do when it comes to this year? What is it that you want to see this year after realizing that?
I desire to be in a leadership position at a job and working on a book that I'm supposed to write, to be more creative, to be where I desire to be.
Awesome. Yes. That's wonderful for you. And so, because you set those intentions, there's a lot of things coming in really quickly for you, when taking those steps. So be sure to, be on the lookout for those. Because like I said, everything's a lesson for us, and there's always going to be those opportunities that come in. So keep on that lookout for that. Did you have a question for me?
I desired to hear from the angels or spirit. A message, please.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So Archangel Samuel is stepping forward, as well as Archangel Raphael. And they're stepping forward because they want you to keep going. They're seeing, and you're really seeing what it is that you need to do, and that perspective and that energy that's coming in. So keep going in that direction. There's going to be a lot of other things that come in. But just like you saw when it came to quarantining and, taking that time to journal and to meditate, that there's going to, it's important for you to keep doing that on a regular basis so that you can really get those messages that come in. Because when we're busy and we're always doing something, it's hard for us to really hear what it is that we're meant to hear. And so, remember to really take that time for yourself each week to really be able to go within and to, journal out. I know you've been journaling often, but as you take that time to just seclude yourself and go within, to set aside time to do that, you're going to start seeing more and more of what it is that you are needing to hear. I know also that, as you have been going and going, you do hear those messages. But when we're still and we're able to, take that time, block that time out to really listen, that's when we hear fully what it is that we really need to see. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Archangel Samuel is also really stepping forward for you this year because this year is going to stretch you. It has stretched you before, but this year when it comes to trust, that's the theme of this year, is trust. That's really going to stretch you. So Archangel Samuel is there, he's going to be there all year round prominently for you to really help you and, send you that that love, that unconditional love that you were needing. So to know that, and have that in the back of your mind as you go through the lessons that you need to go through this year, and the struggles and trials that will be coming in. But to know that the divine, all the archangels, they're always there for you, guiding you and helping you to see what it is that you need to see. And also, it's going to be important for you to really let go. Let go of control. Let go of all those things that will be coming in that you, as you journal, as you do this growth this year. It's important for you to really let go and to give it to the divine. Give it to God, give it to the archangel, saying, okay, I'm trusting in you to guide me through. Okay? All right. Was there anything else or any other questions that you had?
No. Oh, well, I guess
okay.
You said this year is going to be a stretch. So when you say stretch, that means get out of my comfort zone. I guess that's the clarity I need.
Yes. So a lot of it is really coming out of your comfort zone, because you just told me what it is that your intentions were this year.
Right.
So now, because you set those intentions, the divine is going to give you all those things that you need, those steps that you need to take, but you have to really let go and take that step.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
All right. You are very welcome. Have a wonderful week.
You have a wonderful week as well. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Let's go to our next caller. We have area code 415. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Catherine and from Washington State.
Hi, Catherine. How are you today?
I'm well. My plans have changed, and for me, unexpectedly, and now I found out on New Year's Eve that I need to move out of the place I'm renting.
Mm-hmm.
So, any guidance about that, and I'm pretty free. Like, I'm open. Right now it would seem like a lot to move cities or to move state. So I don't really want to move twice, but it could be something like moving into another place for a couple months and then deciding and then moving again. Or I could, get my own apartment and stay here longer.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you, during this holiday, were you able to set your intentions? What is it that you really want?
Yeah, I wrote a lot of things down, and it was more the feeling of the tension of I wanted to feel, be energized, be happy where I was, feel peaceful. It was all about the vibration and the emotion of what I want to live with and live in.
Awesome. So now what being shown to you, and Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel are stepping forward for you. And then we'll talk about Archangel Samuel as well. But those two, the first two, Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel, are stepping forward because they want you to see that, once we set intentions, they show us those next steps on what it is that we need to do. Right now for you, when it comes to feelings, it's great that you set those intentions on how it is that you want to feel this year. So you need to follow those feelings when it comes to where you want to go and what you want to do, okay? So, looking at that, how does moving to one location, then the other, feel to you? So it's going to be important for you to really go with your feelings. And that is a gift that you have, those feelings of yours. It's important for you to really listen to. And so, keep remembering those intentions that you set as you go about this year. And it's going to be a theme that you're going to see a lot this year. And that's why, when it comes to this moving, it's showing up this way. Does that make sense?
When it comes to moving, it's showing up this way? I'm not sure what that means.
So we are always shown, different experiences, different ways, opportunities in order for us to learn the lessons and also to be able to take those steps to get closer to what it is that we truly want, those intentions that you set. So it's important then, so the divine is right now showing you what it is that next step is for you and showing you those lessons through this opportunity that you have right now on where it is that you want to move. And so it's important for you to take those feelings and say, okay, is this what feels right for me? Does this feel good for me? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I haven't seen what they're showing me of the next step.
And that will come, but they want you to really see that it's going to be important for you to really follow your heart when it comes to where you want to go. So, if you're being shown options, if you are, if this job that is presenting itself, if they're giving you a few options, what feels right for you? Like what? And so,
well, no,
it's
not the job. It's a place to live.
Yes, and that's what I mean. That where you're being located to.
Okay.
Yes. So it's really important for you to really go with your feelings instead of your mind. If one place just seems better because of finances, that is not what you're supposed to be following. But what you're supposed to be following is your heart. Does it feel good to you? And so because you set that intention, so right off the bat, they're trying to, have you practice that. Practice the feeling part. So what feels good to you? And really trust that. This year, the theme is trust. And so trusting in yourself, trusting that what it is that you're feeling, if it really feels good to you, that it's meant for you. Okay?
Well, I do understand that completely, but part of me is like not trusting that because I followed that to come here. And it didn't work out. It kind of imploded.
Let me ask you, what was the intention that you set last year?
Oh, I have no idea. But I was following my feelings, and I felt this move where I am felt great.
We have to remember that every step that we take, and things that we go through, they're lessons for us. And so that was a lesson for you to go into this year. So it may actually have been the right place for you at last year. And so remember, everything is going to change. It doesn't stay the same. And so it was meant for you last year. And so where are you being led this year? Okay?
Okay.
All right.
That helps.
Yeah, and so let me ask you, what was your holiday like this year?
Well, I'm in a new place, and I don't know many people, but it was still nice. I managed to be Christmas, New Year's Eve was very nice.
Oh, wonderful! So yeah, I'm. There's a lot of great things, really happening for you. But this week I want to encourage you to really do some journaling and doing some meditating, because there are some messages that are coming through for you that you'll be able to see, but you just have to take a little bit of time to, sit down to journal and sit down to just do some meditating, just kind of sit still with yourself. So, be sure to do that this week, especially as you prepare for transition. There's a lot of things that are coming in for you, and a lot of things that you're going to start seeing more about yourself and what you were able to do. Okay?
Okay, but what are the angel? I mean, other than what you said you're going to talk about Samuel or a message from them?
Yes. So Archangel Samuel is stepping forward to remind you that you are divine. You are divine love and light. And so understanding that as you journal, as you go forth and just see all the different steps that are being shown to you, that you are always guided and that you are always loved. Archangel Samuel comes in with this unconditional love energy. And so he's always going to be there to help you and guide you. So if you're just needing a little bit of love, feeling of love, because especially, you have that feeling gift.
I feel like the rug is pulled from my feet, like I don't have a strong foundation right now.
So, to remember that the archangels, the divine, they're always guiding you and supporting you. So, when you feel like you're falling, to know that they're there to guide you and help you and catch you. Okay?
What do you see if I would stay in the town or go to another city?
Well, that is something that actually you'll be able to see. So that's something that I can't tell you. But as you do the journaling, you're going to be able to see more and more of that. Okay?
All right. Thanks. I'll keep listening.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful week.
You too.
Thank you. All right. Let's go to our next caller. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Hello, are you there? Hi. Yes, hi.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Oh, ma'am, it's been great. I've been trying to call, but I had to, anyway, I'm grateful I'm working, and, it pays bills. I've been great. I was just wondering yes, thank you, archangels. I don't know, are you able to access Manatron?
What was that?
Archangel Manatron.
Yeah, what about him?
Could I ask Archangel Manatron permission? I've been meditating. There was a pet lost recently, my mom, 2 days ago, and I want to know if the cat was done through free will or was it force?
Okay. Before we get into that, I have to just ask you how was I don't know why it's something that I'm just being drawn to, but what was your holiday like?
My New Year's Day, I was pretty, sorry God, to the truth. I had a lot of activity. There was animal, my parents, animals were going chaotic, my parents, and then some things at work, and then some visions, and then some dreams. And then I was an emotional roller coaster. And,
so what were
I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah.
So what were in those visions and dreams?
Thank you very much. I know it's a new year. We're going to think clear, straight. But I'm human, and I'm not perfect. So I had, assurance that I was not alone. And I was again insurance. Then I saw, can't say it on the radio, but the Most High respect so much activity.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a message, and then I'm like, wow. I wish that everybody can understand that no matter if you're evil, you try to be evil, you try to show the group that it's evil, and you always loses at the end. But that's my vision.
Mm-hmm. So, I think you tried calling in a few times, and I couldn't reach you. There's always a reason for that. So this year, the theme is on trust. So why is it that you're not trusting yourself? That is what's coming in for you.
Because right now I'm not getting a clear answer of my mom's cat. I don't know if it was done through free will or it was done a malicious act. I'm having a trust issue right now. I don't know.
So
you
had mentioned that you were very busy and you had a lot of things going on. So when's the last time you really took time to go within in a quiet place, not having to think about work, not having to think about your family, but to really take time for you?
I did it for 2 hours on January 1st.
Okay, so what intentions did you set for this year?
To accomplish, fix, and get myself more clear on my visions and help what my limited is capable of, and making. And I wanted my parents to commit to the conscious of getting their health better, but kind of like realigning themselves.
Okay. So when it comes to setting your intentions, remember it's intentions of yours, not anyone else's, okay? So this week I want to encourage you to set very clear intentions for yourself. And so this is kind of why that you have, you're not quite sure of what it is that's coming in. There is some fogginess here. So first, I want to encourage you to do something that will help you clear this fog, okay? But you need to raise your vibration first. So you need to do those things that you love to do. You know, you've been busy. You've been doing a lot of other things and helping other people. But it's important that you recharge first, okay? So even though you took a couple hours to yourself in setting these intentions, there's still a lot of things in your head that needs to come out. Okay, so journaling is going to help bring out all those things that worry you, that have been on your mind. You know, put it all, on paper. Write it all down as they come in. It doesn't have to make sense, but just write it all down. Everything, all the things in your mind, and also things in your heart that are there, because you do have a lot of stuck energy right there. All those things that come out from what happened last year, especially towards the end of last year. So it's important for you to really just put that all on paper, just take out all of that old energy, and then start again when it comes to your intentions. And has to be about you, what it is that you want specifically, not what about other people, okay? About you. What is it that you want to set when it comes to your goals and what it is that you really want to do. And you have to be very specific on that, okay? And once you do that, that's when the divine is going to be able to show you those next steps that you need to take. Last year, especially beginning of last year, you were able to see that. You were able to get that clarity because you did those things. And you were clear about what it is that you really wanted. Towards the end, it got a little bit lost. But it's important for you to do that again this year. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do you remember last year at the beginning of the year those intentions that you set?
Yes, and I got out of so much. There was, I don't want to say much, but being the truth and having a clear intention, it did work. And I was balanced, and I need to come back and balance, even though it's the beginning of the year. But balancing should always be on a daily basis. You're right about that.
And so, yes, end of last year got a little bit foggy because you went through a lot towards the end of last year. But we have to always remember to go back to those times when you did get that clarity from the divine. And it's really about setting clear intentions on what it is that you really want. And every month and every new moon, we have another chance to do that, to reset those intentions and to go back to and remember what it is that year intention was for you. And when we do that, it's really important for us to do so that we can keep going on our journey that is meant for us and achieve those goals that you want when you set those intentions. But if you don't remember, if you forget and you just kind of keep going, you keep going and don't take that time to just recharge and to fill your cup, that's when we lose that focus and we lose what it is that we really want to do. So, I want to encourage you, especially this week. This week's energy is about finding that peace, amongst the chaos. It's important for you to then this week to really go in and see what it is that you really want out of this year. And yes, like every month we get new chances to, go back and to remember what it is that our intention is. But it's important for you to really set that intention now, because just like last year, you do remember what that intention was at the beginning of last year that you set. So it's important for you to do that. Write it down. Be sure you put it somewhere that you'll, keep remembering. Because you're going to get busy throughout, the year, through each month. But that is going to be a reminder for you of what it is that you're trying to set when it comes to intentions, and then to know that things that come in when it comes to experiences and opportunities, they're coming in because of that intention that you set. Okay?
Yes. Real quickly, Han, any messages from Metatron?
Well, okay, so this is another thing that you have to kind of remember. Archangels are going to come to you. It's not going to be specific archangels that really do come for you, but you can also ask on those messages, or what it is that the messages are. So Archangel Metatron comes in to help you with clearing and to help you with your energy, your energetic body. So if you are feeling that he's coming in for you, it's because you are needing to work on that for you. Does that make sense? You need to work on your energetic body. And so, like I had mentioned earlier, you have a lot of stuck energy because of those things that that are in your mind, that are in your heart, that's just been stuck there for a while. So it's important for you to really just write it all down, so that you can be ready for the new messages that are meant for you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything makes sense.
So there's a lot of great things happening for you, but you have to work on yourself. You have to keep taking that time for yourself to be able to listen to what those messages are. That's why you've been getting a lot of dreams and a lot of visions that you see. They're messages for you. They're telling you first to, take that time for yourself. And you're also getting these messages through visions and dreams because you're not taking that time to do that while you're still awake. Okay? So really take time for yourself this week, and empty out and just let go of all that old stuff from last year, and it's important for you to be in that empty vessel so that you could really understand what it is that those messages are for you that are coming in, and to really fill your cup, because if you're drained, if you are burnt out, you can't be of help to anyone. Okay? And when it comes to the cat, you'll be able to understand what that message is too. So you'll be able to understand what it is that you need to see. Okay?
Yes.
So was there anything else that you needed to share, like anything that's been going on with you that, other than the cat, that you really need to?
What is the meaning of when, like, if you're in the ocean and you see a whale or a shark or anything big, majestic, and the animal just stares at you through the eye? It just stops doing what it was doing, and it's just looking at you profoundly. But it's not hurting. It just, and then it just swims away peacefully and happy.
So what did you feel?
That?
So you're feeling that peace, but when you first saw the shark, when you first saw this water, what is it that you felt, and what is it that you thought of?
It felt like a recognition of saying hi and trust and minding its own business, that it's not thinking anything negative, just living on its territory, breathing. And
yep. So you hit it on the head when it comes to trust. This year's theme is trust. So trusting in yourself, trusting in the divine, that they'll be there for you, to guide you, and to let go. So you saw that shark, and it was peaceful in that sense. But a lot of times we have those fears that come in when it comes to something like a shark. But it's telling us that it's important for us to let go of that. Let go of the fears. Let go of the ego that comes in, and all the things that we learn from society, because that's not who it is that we are, but that we are divine love and light beings, that we can do anything, and that we're meant to do so much. So, that is a message that you felt too. So it's important that you trust your feelings. And, when we don't work on ourselves, when we don't refill that cup, it's hard for us to remember and see that. And so that's why it's important for you to, keep working on yourself and to take the time to do those things that you love to do, and take the time to reflect and to do journaling and to meditate, because the divine's always going to guide us. They're always going to be there to show us and send us those messages that we need to hear. But we have to take that time to do it. When you're busy, working, busy doing all these different things, to really be able to hear and see what it is that we need to see and hear from the divine, because we're always being so busy. So, it's a reminder for you to take that time to go within, to take that time to learn more about yourself as you go through this year. Now, what I see also for you is that there are going to be times that are going to be tough that comes in this year. And it's going to be like that for everyone. But I do see that for you. And so just to remember that the divine is always there guiding you and supporting you. So, always turn to them. You don't have to turn to others to tell you that, because you have that gift. You can do it. You're able to connect with the archangels. You're able to connect with God and the divine, and your angels and guides. But you have to remember that they're there to guide you. So that's a reminder for you that they're always there, but you have to take that time for yourself this year, and to know that they're always going to be there for you. So keep tuning into your gift. Keep practicing your gifts as you go about the weeks and months to come. Because there are great things that are going to happen. You just have to, first, what's important for you is to raise that vibration of yours. Do those things that you really love to do, that you really enjoy. That's going to help raise your vibration, and then that's going to help you to be able to understand what those messages are for you. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. Real quickly, you said, do I have a tough year this year? Like last year?
Well, we all have tough years, but yes, there are things that are going to come in that are going to be different, but they are there to help you to learn. They're there to help you to grow. So it's going to be tough, but you have to remember those things that you've learned about yourself, and that's going to help guide you through. Okay, so when it comes to this life, we all go through tough times. There's always some trials and struggles that we're going to go through, but it's about taking those things that we've learned about ourselves, and also to put it in perspective that it's a learning process for us. It's something that we're supposed to learn from it. Okay.
Yes, real quickly, please. I understand. Okay, is it okay to ask that when you say, did you say tough? Is it going to be like it was 2021, beginning of the year?
So when it comes to setting intentions, it's important for you to remember how it is that you set your intentions last year at the beginning of the year. And not just set the same intentions, but it's that feeling as well as how it is that you set those intentions that you did last year. And it's about focusing on you. What is it that you want? What are those goals that you want to achieve this year? So that, and it has to be clear, because if we're not clear on that, the divine is going to show you several different options on how to go about the year. But if you're clear on those intentions of what it is that you really want, they can show you that path to get there. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this week, So this week, set those intentions. Be very clear on what it is that you want, how it is that you want to feel. And from then, just know that they're going to show you the steps that you need to take in order to get there. Okay? So it doesn't have to be, if it helps, it doesn't have to be, a year that you set the intention up for. But maybe for this month, if there's intention that you want to set for this month, and then we have to remember every month we have, more chances to set intentions. So, if that helps you at the beginning to set an intention for this month, go about doing that, but be very clear on what it is that you want, and it has to be about you. It's not about other people, but about you. What is it that you want out of this year? Okay?
Yes. That is amazing. I'm so glad I was able to get this message. It helped my head.
Yeah. And, it's about, really empty all of that stuff that's on your mind and on your heart that's from last year. Let it go, because this year is a new year. And also we have to remember that the divine is always going to take care of us. So all those worries, it doesn't do us any good, because there's always a reason for why things happen, and that it's going to be taken care of, and everything is going to be okay. Okay? So, remember, do those things that you really love to do this week. Going outdoors, doing some, taking some time for you and feeling energized. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Yes. And, with work, take those breaks. Take that time off, to really be able to feed yourself, to really be able to, refill that cup of yours, because, there's so many people that you want to help. There's so many people that you feel responsible for, but you can't help them if you're burnt out. You can't help them if you feel exhausted and tired.
I'm about to ask you, is this normal, or does this have a purpose that it's either 3 or 4 in the group, young men that have literally they attracted their energy to me. Everything is respectful, funny. It's nice to them. Nothing like you can see it. This is like wow. And then like when I don't go see them, they go looking for me, or they ask, or they can like, if I'm not happy, they go like, what's going on? And I was like, it's an honor. Thank you, gracefully.
But when it comes to our energies, we're always attracting those people that we're meant to attract. Now, these people are also there to help you, okay? They're there to help you. That's why they've been asking, are you okay? Because they sense that you're not. So it's important for you to take that time to work on yourself and to raise your vibration and to just, do those things that you really love. Right now I can feel your energy, and right now it's really low right now. So and because you're tired, you're exhausted. So it's important for you to really, do those things that you love to do. Go out in nature. Go out to places that really fill you. Because, I feel, are you someone who likes, like, going by the water or by trees, like just nature in general?
Yeah, and then I'll stare at the animals, and I'll think, man, I'll think.
And you were hiking before, right?
No, it's not. I've changed.
What?
I've changed.
You went hiking before, right?
No.
No? You didn't go
No.
for walks somewhere?
Well, I did before in the night, and I would like meditate on myself.
Mhm.
And
so it's important for you to go back to that. Okay?
Okay.
And that's really going to help you to feel energized, to really be able to hear from the divine, the archangels, your angels and guides. So yeah, that's going to help you to reconnect. So, go back and do that, take some time off, or, during breaks to really just go outside and just reconnect and, take a journal with you if that helps. And so, just going back to that, that's going to help you and to re-energize you and to incorporate that into your everyday life. Okay.
Cool. Question something kind of, and I'm glad you went deep with me. Thank you. So, if you can really please, out of the group, I'm not out of the group. Do you see like those 3 or 4 young men?
I can, but just like I said before, they're there to help you. Okay, to see what it is that you're not seeing right now because you've been so busy. You've been, you're not raising your vibration right now. You're just, going through the everyday work and helping other people, but you need to really fill yourself. Okay, and so they're there to help you. So it's not there, they're not there to harm you or anything. But to know that, remember, everyone is there to remind us and help us to remember who it is that we are, what it is that we're meant to do. And so if you see them come forward, really listen to what it is those messages are that's coming in for you. And you're able to do that, but you have to really, really tune in and clear yourself first in order to do that. Okay?
Is it all right to ask Samuel that I feel close in energy to one of them?
So, are you thinking like a relationship-wise?
Maybe one of them down the road.
Okay. Now, just like I had mentioned, they're there to help you. Okay? And your focus has to be more on you than anyone else. Okay? So focus on you, your growth, and also just being able to reconnect. And then everything else, you're going to start seeing what and feeling what it is that you need to see and feel. You have this great gift of being able to see, being able to feel, and know. But right now it's very clouded because you have to first raise your vibration, do those things that you love to do, and connect. Okay? So all those things you'll be able to understand. But to know right now that they're there to help you to remember what it is that you need to do, what it is that it's divine's way of showing you through them. Because remember, we're all love and light beings. We're all there. We were all created in the image of divine. So to know that, everyone's there to help you in some way, to help remind you in some way. And so these 3 people, and I believe that you sense this, that they are helping to help you remember what it is that you need to do next. Okay? So, take that time to work on yourself. Relationships will come down the road, but, not to think about that, okay? But to think of, to work on yourself when it comes to growth for now, okay?
That's very interesting. Yeah, I'm very, very happy to meet them. I'm very happy that they are so focused on me, and if I don't communicate, they're hurt. And I'm like,
well, no, wait,
wow.
Hold on. That's not how they're feeling. So you have to remember that you're seeing it this way because there's something that you need to work on in that. So why do you feel that they would be hurt? What? And that's about you.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase it. Why do they ask? Like, if I ignore them, they'll literally like come. Like, what's wrong? You need to talk to us.
But no. So what's happening here is so remember that our relationships are a reflection on us. So we're mirrors to each other. So if you're feeling this about what you think that they're feeling, that's not exactly what they may be feeling. But you're feeling this because there's something within that you need to work on that is making you think that they feel that it's this way. And it has to do with loving yourself and this whole loneliness aspect. So, I want you to look into that. And you were focusing on the relationship part. And so it all ties together. Why is it that you are feeling lonely? Why is it that you are feeling as if, through what it is that you think you're seeing from these people? Okay?
It makes sense. I didn't think I was mirroring them. I just never had literally I'm sorry. I think I just want to focus on why is it there's so many people there. Their primary focus is just not that I'm overpowering, but they have these thieves. They need to talk to me, and I'm like, what happens when y'all don't see me down the road? And that's what I'm thinking. And
that all has to do with things that you need to work on yourself, because you're thinking that they're relying on you, when in reality there's something from your past that you need to really let go of and to learn the lessons from, so that you can heal that. Okay? So there's something there, and it has to do with, it is a generational living belief that is coming through that. Okay? So look into that, work on that as you're going through this week. You're going to be able to release that. You're going to be able to heal that and stop that generational limiting belief. Because, who we each are there to help each other. So it's, they're not relying on you. They don't need you to be there for them. So it's them trying to help you to see what it is that you need to see, on what it is that you have to heal, what it is that you need to let go of, so that you could keep moving forward in your journey. So, you're saying that they're relying on you. They're really listen to those words that you're saying. Even when you do some journaling too, look at those words that and even looking back, look at those words that you're putting on paper, because it's going to help you to see that it is something that you do need to work on. When it comes to that, you're thinking that people really need you, relying on you, that you need to be there for them. All of that has to do with things that you need to heal and let go of. Okay?
Yes, that is marvelous to understand. The only thing that I wanted to just ask one more thing on this thing. It is a miracle. It's never happened before to ask how how am I doing or it's how their behavior towards me is. That's the first one ever in this lifetime. And I was just wondering if this is supposed to be a lifelong friendship.
Yep, and that you're thinking too much into it. And we have to remember that we're all love and light beings. We're all there to care for, all there working together. We're all one, and we're all there to teach, and we're all there to learn from. And so they are teaching you something right now, okay? And it's not about, them having to rely on you. It doesn't have to do with relationships. But to know that they're trying to help you to see what it is that you have to work on.
They're pretty smart for being young.
And age doesn't matter. Remember, age does not matter. Okay, age has nothing to do with this. Whether they're really old or whether they're young, we're all there. We're all one, and we're all there to help each other. Okay, so there's a reason why they're coming in for you, to help you to see, help you to learn lessons that are coming in. All right.
Very good. I will set myself into the intentions like I did at the beginning of the year and start to. I am cloudy right now. All I did was beginning of the year, and a lot of activity happened, and oh my goodness, and I'm gonna reset.
Yeah, you do need to reset. So put all the stuff that you went through on a piece of paper. Go, all those things that you're thinking about when it comes to these men, you need to work through, and to know that the divine is always there to guide you through that. So it's going to be a process, and there's going to be other lessons that come in to help you through this process too. If you're not able to release and let go, so that may be a theme that comes in when it comes to, being able to grow and to be able to just release and heal from. So, keep working on yourself, keep doing that work. And, just remember that the divine is always there, especially your guardian angels. They're always there to help you through this, too. So you can always call on them. You can always, Archangel Raphael, when it comes to healing emotionally, those things that are from generations, he's there to help you with that. And if you have any other questions, or if you just need to talk through some more things, you, find me on Facebook with that too. So it's facebook.com/Spiritual Guidance Radio. So if you just message me there, I can help you through some of that too. Okay?
That's wonderful, ma'am. Doing God's work. I really appreciate it. I'm feeling I'm coming back together. I was a little bit off.
Mhm. Mhm. But you can do it. So you just have to do some, work on yourself. Time to work on yourself too. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So thanks for calling in. Like I mentioned, you can message me if you have any other questions. But I hope you have a wonderful week, okay?
Yes, thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Okay, bye-bye. All right. So we are, at the end of the show, and, before I go, I just want to, remind us that this week, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with others, as there's so much right now going on in this world. And we have to remember who it is that we are, divine love and light beings, and there to help others, as well as to do those things that we are really meant to do. But it starts with us going inwards. It starts with us understanding our power and understanding who it is that we are and how we can, how we're able to do so much more than we may believe. And a lot of that also starts with perspective. How can we see others in the way that the divine sees us? And that's a question that, you may have to ask yourself. How, whenever we encounter other people, when we go through things in life, how is it that the divine sees us? And that will also be how it is, that same question will be, how is it that we're meant to see other people? And it starts with, us seeing ourselves for that divine love and light being that we are. And when we're able to see that within ourselves, we can be gentle with ourselves. Those so-called mistakes that you might make, to understand that, it was meant for you to do it in that way, or whether it was to help yourself, or a lesson for ourselves, or a lesson for someone else. So I'm sending you all lots of love and light. I won't be back next week. I have work, but I will be back the following week. But in the meantime, if you are needing some guidance, if you are needing, even if you are just needing someone to you can always reach out to me by going to facebook.com/spiritual guidance radio. And if you message me, I will message you back. So be sure to tune in within yourselves this week. Do some work on yourself. Find that peace within yourselves amongst all the things that are happening in this world. And you will be able to find that clarity on what it is your next steps are. And then also, if you haven't set your intentions, those clear intentions for this year, be sure to do that as well this week. So sending you all lots of love and light, and I will, be back in 2 weeks. So in the meantime, I'm going to say bye for now.